Dirty Laundry, your home for true crime online. Like, share, subscribe. Justice is coming for Summer Wells. We're all praying that the soul that took her away will listen to their heart and do the right thing. It's not too late. Sometimes good people do bad things. A lot of us could understand a rescue from a frustrated loved one, but keeping Summer away from everything and everybody she loves, for whatever reason, is just making it worse. An anonymous call, a safe drop-off in a public place, and 7 agonizing months of mystery can be over for Summer and everyone who loves her. Summer Moon Utah Wells is 5 years old and has been missing from Rogersville, Tennessee since June 15th of last year. In June, she was 3 feet tall and weighed 40 pounds, but her height and weight may vary a little now. Summer has blue eyes, and her natural hair color is blonde, but it could be any color, any length. Look closely. She could be wearing a face mask or even dressed like a boy. If you know anyone who may have recently taken in a child around Summer's size, please take a second look. And if you can help with any information in this case or think you may have seen Summer, please call TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND. God bless. Keep your babies close. And as always, thank you for your kind attention. And now, Baby with the Bathwater, Part 2. It's a simple question. Yes or no? Have all underground spaces, including abandoned wells, septic tanks, and cellars on the well's property and surrounding areas, been located, examined, and 100% cleared? Yes or no? Can we address the theory that Summer could have fallen or been placed into some hole in the ground? No guessing, no assuming, just yes or no. Can we or can we not take the Wells property completely off the table? And while we're at it, what about neighboring properties in the area? Are foot searches and cadaver dogs enough to be certain that we aren't missing something? From the last episode, several sharp-eyed viewers pointed out that the blue riser, first beside the dog scent trail, has now been moved up by the front entrance to the property. It is now upside down, showing there was never a bottom to it. So where is their septic tank or tanks? There have been other older residences on the property. Are all of these septic systems accounted for as well? This week was nothing but distractions. The live Scream channels gave the cowboy child advocate way too much attention. He seems well-intentioned, but before you emotionally invest in this fella, check out the full-on Ricky Bobby Help Me Oprah Winfrey moment at the link below. Hopefully he got that straightened out, but it's hard to tell if he's going to make a real difference in this case. I don't know if he actually has any clout in legislative circles, and I'm not sure which kids he has saved, but as long as he's not just another heel, at least Ernie Shell isn't in the way. Yet. Andrew Hiltz is sucking up all the rest of the oxygen this week. I'll drop a link below, but I think he's just another side hick with a mouthful of filthy gossip, and all that he's accomplishing is embarrassing his son. He says H has no internet access wherever he is, but does he really think all this internet drama will disappear after a few weeks? H, just like Summer's brothers, will eventually have to deal with their parents' juvenile antics while they were suffering and trying to cope with losing Summer. Way to stack the shame on your son, Andrew. Speaking of Parents of the Year, I'm sure you heard about Grandis having to call Popo to break up some rough stuff between Don and Candace. Kinky. With the pressure of this looming court date, his dad possibly exposing his distrust of Candace, and a growing restlessness on the internet for justice, was the pressure finally just too much for Count Spacula? Could Candace be in danger, and does Don have to drop a deuce on the courtroom steps to earn some jail time? We've covered this before, Sheriff Ronnie. You assured us that summer was your highest priority. If you're really all about justice, then how is Don Wells able to drive drunk, manhandle his wife, have his kids removed, and probably intimidate everyone around him into silence without going to jail? He's even admitted to buying $2K worth of substances and giving it away. Is that cool too, Ronnie? Lawson is up for re-election in May. The deadline for opponents to register is in February. It's starting to look like another shoo-in and another term for Lawson, who has been at the helm since 2010. The election details are in a previous video, linked below. So back to our question. Are all underground spaces mapped and cleared? The same people assuring us that these spaces have been cleared usually reference statements by Dave Rader. So I binged Duty-Ron episodes all week featuring USERT, Ed Wallace, Gene Robinson from RP Search Services, Brian Smith from Oklahoma, and of course Dave Rader and Twyla. But all I could gather is that Dave and USERT are ground search teams. They are not authorized to do underground searches. So who is authorized to clear up the question of underground spaces on Ben Hill Road? In part 1, we learned a little about a few of the FBI and TBI's special units possibly used in the search for Summer. We've learned that specialized units like the THRU, or Technical Hazards Response Unit, is trained and equipped to handle hazardous materials like septic tanks, and the USERT, or Underwater Search and Evidence Response Team, is the unit that does the diving in rivers and ponds. These are just two of the many units that TBI might dispatch to investigate Summer's disappearance. Although we have images of USERT divers in the last search, I can find no mention of the Hazardous Response Unit or pictures of a septic tank search. A well-known case recently in the news may also shed a little light on the process. Carole Baskin, suspected in the disappearance of her ex Don Lewis, was accused of disposing evidence in a septic tank. According to Corporal Moises Garcia of the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, quote, getting a search warrant for the animal sanctuary to follow up on the septic tank rumor would require probable cause, either evidence showing something happened on the property or a witness who could testify to that effect. The FBI, not search teams, are the ones who would get a warrant to search the tank. They have the resources and certification to preserve and analyze the evidence properly. So will Don's dad cooperate with investigators about his claims that Summer could still be buried on the property, or will his dementia ruin his credibility? Will Ben Hill Road keep its secrets, or will the truth come out when Don goes to jail, hopefully after his next court appearance? Summer didn't walk away on her own, and a stranger did not just luck out on a wandering child. February is going to be a busy month, and it's long overdue. Summer has been denied justice for over 7 months, and it's time law enforcement finally put their cards on the table. Sorry for the delay. Florida is in the 20s tonight, and we're hunkering down for a cold one. Thanks to my mods, visitors, and subscribers. Stay warm, keep praying for Summer, and I bid you peace, love, and clean laundry.